What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Two Kims.
One pod.
I'm your host, Peter Kim.
And I'm your other host, Eunji Kim.
And we are not related. Welcome back to the show, folks. If you're new to the show, we've done a few episodes in the past. A lot of episodes, actually. So go check them out and also review us. That really helps the algo. The algo. Everyone's talking about algo.
Algo.
Yeah. I'm so sick of this fucking algo. God damn it.
Algo.
I would love that for that to be our new merch.
Yes.
Algo. A very like anti-AI statement.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God, I have to tell you. So
yes.
I'm going to Hawaii this weekend. Thursday.
Is this a last minute trip to the fucking?
It's a to the island of Hawaii.
Hawaii?
To the kingdom of Hawaii.
Truly, West Coast is fucking the worst coast. Like with this.
Why? Why? Just because I could up and leave to go to Hawaii? Why?
Yes, it's
still
annoying.
6 hours. Wait, where? You can go to Montreal. You can go to Toronto. These are exotic, international. Anyway, so I am going to Hawaii. I'm not going for fun though. I'm going to see my mom. Obviously, she lives there, but I'm going for work. I'm being flown out there to do some screenings and not screenings, but there's so the movie I did called Dealing with Dad. 2 years ago.
Limited theatrical release.
That's
okay.
right. At a random indie theater near you, if you live in the state of California, Arizona, or Hawaii.
Behold our little indie darling right over there. Oh.
In 6 theaters across the country. That's like indier than indie. That's like web series.
That's underground. Yeah.
It's like whatever the equivalent of zine for movies is.
Yes.
We're basically a long TikTok. But I'll tell you, Eunji, remember like 2 years ago when I did this movie, I was like, I'm fucking burning out here.
Yes.
We were like shooting in a house in the Inland Empire of California, and it was so fucking hot.
Like a Chinese trap house for like.
It really was.
For immigrant like moms
it was,
to give birth. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. No, that was the place we were put up on. Okay, so just a quick reminder, where this is how indie works. Like everyone's just borrowing, stealing, whatever, begging. So we got this one Airbnb, I guess, gifted to us, and it was like the weirdest place ever. It was like 2 floors and all these different wings, and each room had like 16 beds in it. Mm-hmm. And turns out it's for like Taiwanese women to, when they become pregnant, come to America and give birth on American soil so that they could have a child who's naturalized and then take them back to Taiwan and they could come back with him later. So it's like an insurance policy, I guess, or whatever. So like tens of mothers are.
I mean, the schemes. I love them. Because these are not just schemers; they're also dreamers. You know what I mean? Like I love that. It's a schemer, it's a dreamer, and and I'm a believer.
What's the difference? Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, you gotta scheme to dream.
You gotta scheme to dream. You gotta dream to scheme.
That's right. So I was staying out in one of those scheme palaces, and I shot this movie, and I'll tell you, it was the hardest work I've ever done. Like mentally, physically, I was fucking burning, drenching sweat.
Yes.
I had to like change clothes like every couple of hours.
Peter, but to be fair, you also sweat when you eat soup.
It's crazy. By the way, I'm going to talk about it in the next episode, but like it's getting out of control. But I do sweat a lot. So like
you can't cite that as a thing that's like evidence of your hard work because
because
sweat
I'm sweating.
A lot.
Fine, I'm sweating. Sure, I sweat a lot. I sweat inside as well in the cold. But it was so hot that like it got in the way of like filming.
Right.
Because I had to keep like the hair and makeup had to keep changing. Like it's just like it's fucked up. And I'll be honest, it was not a glamorous experience in any way. It was hard.
I mean, you were also first on the call list. You were also first on the call sheet, right?
No. Ali Mackey was. I
you
forget
were second?
or third or whatever. Like whatever. I was like top 4.
Yes, you are one of the leads.
The leads of the movie,
Yeah.
which I had never done before.
Right.
And you guys know, like, I can't act. Like, I'm not really good. I'm not good at acting. Like, I could be serviceable, but like to lead a whole movie and like arc a story,
Peter,
this was a huge undertaking.
Don't say that about my indie darling. Don't say that about her. She can act. Okay, my indie darling can act.
Yeah,
and she
Korean
shows
Zach
up.
Braff right here.
She shows up and she can do the job more than serviceably. So don't say that.
Sure. I don't know about that, but like I did watch the movie when it came out, and it went to festivals, and you know what? It ended up better than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the trauma of making the movie made me really hate even the future product of it,
right.
or resent it.
Yes.
But when I saw it on theaters and when people started laughing together
Mm-hmm.
and like on moments that, you know, I delivered, like it just really felt cozy and good. That was 2 years ago.
That's great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's like what a joy to be able to experience that with a project that you had this experience with.
Exactly. And the fact that it was like it was a grueling experience, and to have that kind of like positive feedback is so great, and it makes me feel like, oh, it was worth it. But now in 2023, the movie has done its like rounds of festivals, bunch of laurels awarded, or Yannis, depending on how old you are and you're.
Stop.
Did we not like the Laurel Yanni joke? We don't like that? Are we over it?
Kawashima, like, come on.
Did you hear? It's because of how old you are. It's the your hearing, like certain frequencies. So if you're older, you can't hear higher frequencies. So younger people hear Yanni, and then older people hear Laurel. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah. So do you hear Laurel or Yanni?
I hear Laurel.
Right? You're and I the same age. Our ears have like disintegrated. I don't know. What? Sidebar, did you know that, do you ever get those like high pitched things in your ear?
Huh?
Do you ever hear the like high pitch in your ear? Sometimes like a ear ringing in your ear?
I mean, no.
Oh. Okay.
When does it happen to you?
Randomly. But I hear
I hear it after, like, if there's a loud noise, there'll be a pitch in my that sustains in my ear. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's that. But what that means is apparently is that pitch is dead to your ear now. It's the last you're hearing of it. It's dying. Yeah, exactly. That's your ear going, say goodbye to this pitch, this frequency, too high. You're done.
Wow.
Yeah, and I hear it a lot. So
oh no.
Laurel. Anyway, so it got all its laurels, and it went on its whatever festival thing, and now it's got a release, and
it's being distributed.
They're being distributed in the large screen, and they're bringing me out to do Q&A and like interviews, etc., to like help push the movie.
Peter, you pulled the longest straw. Because if
what does that mean?
If you know how some people pick the short straw.
Pick straw.
Yeah, you got Hawaii. Yeah, you picked the longest straw, bitch. Where else is it fit? Like Atlanta, Denver, Arizona. Yeah,
all great places, but it's not Hawaii.
Yeah, you got the longest straw, honey.
But here's what. Get this. I thought when they asked me to go, I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. And they know my mom lives out there. So I was like, oh, this is so wonderful. Today, I find out I'm not going alone. I'm going with the director. So we're going to be like doing the whole thing together.
That's so exciting.
Not really. I thought I was going to be alone. I didn't know I had to do it with the director. Like, no offense, but like, I thought I was just going to be in and out and like have fun and hang out. But like, now I'm with the guy who made the movie. So like, it's just, there's an additional pressure to like, I don't know, like.
What?
Be good or be help. I don't know. Like, I thought I was just going to go like make some jokes and have fun. And now I got to like go actually do some fucking publicity. But
yeah, get used to it. I mean, everyone else is probably going. Yeah, get used to it, bitch. Like, I mean, are the other cast members doing things by themselves, or they're all paired up?
No, I think he's going with everyone. I'm finding out.
Okay.
He's like always there because it's his film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he should be there.
So you thought that as like
I thought it was just gonna be me like hanging out and like
would be the sole representative of the film.
Yeah.
On a press circuit.
Yeah.
And also you weren't gonna take it that seriously? Yeah, that's a good thing that the director is fucking coming. What are you talking about?
No, I was gonna take it seriously. I do my job. It's just I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, chillax. Then like I'd be like super high, be like Maui Wowie, or I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know. There's just like added pressure when the director's there to like show up. So anyway, I'll be in Hawaii. If you, I don't know if this is gonna come out, but like if you're in Honolulu, there are showings in Honolulu. So go check it out. Dealing with that.
That's really exciting.
It's exciting. It's so cool. I think it's the coolest thing that's happened in my career to be flown out to Hawaii to work. Am I getting paid? Absolutely not. This is
no payment?
No payment. Room and board. But get this. They're flying me out Thursday to Monday. They only got me my hotel from Friday to Monday. So Thursday, I have to shack up with the director at his friend's house.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Indie darling? You know what I'm talking about?
Darling.
Yeah. Exactly. And at first they asked me, they were like, hey, so we couldn't get you the hotel for Thursday. Can you stay with your mom? And I was like, my mom lives with her sister in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm not staying there. And they're like, okay, we'll get back to you. I know. Crazy. So I almost said no, but I'm glad it all worked out because I want to go see her and it's going to be Mother's Day, so whatever.
So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And then I come back Monday.
5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Room and board for 4 of them.
4. Yeah.
And $0.
$0. No daily stipend, no spending money. I bet what's going to happen is the director is going to be like, hey, you want to get lunch on me? And then he's going to pay for lunch or stuff like that. Like, I'm sure that's going to happen. But like, no cash, no payment, no legal tender. I know. Are you upset?
I am upset. I'm upset for you. I'm upset for all of us. Yes, I'm upset for all of us.
You see where your future is?
Yeah, like it's a precedent. It's not. Yeah. It doesn't feel good.
It's not great. But they're flying me out. That's good.
Yeah.
And covering me, 4 out of the 5 days. See, I know it sounds so glamorous until you get down to the nitty gritty and you're like, what? I'm in an RV for 6 days? Like it's, yeah.
I just literally, I just did a show that it turns out to be really far from my house. So the Uber there was $25.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's not, is that a lot?
That's a lot. What are you talking about? Is that a lot?
Oh, for Chicago. Oh, sorry. I forgot how cheap Chicago is.
Yeah. I mean,
here it's like $25 to go 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah, it's expensive. Inflation, honey.
Okay, this was this place was like a fully, I would say, I think it was like 9 miles from where I live. Like, it was far.
Okay.
And $25 to get down there. I got down there, and then I have to get back, so it was slightly cheaper. And I made like $8 and I was freaking out about it. I felt so stupid for accepting the show, given that how far it was. I thought it was closer. I mean, it's just.
But you never know who's gonna be in the audience. There could be a power agent in the audience, baby. That's what you were saying.
That was only on the Patreon.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So there were no power agents in the audience.
No, there were a lot of I don't know, I would say Hispanic, metalheads.
Huh?
It's on the far south side, in the south, past the South Loop. It's I think it's actually South Loop. It was 2100 South State.
Okay.
So it's south side.
You went deep. Yeah.
Deep. So that's far. And so there was a lot of it was like at a rock club. So, there weren't any industry people there. And making $8 on the trip. I almost lost money because of the way it was actually coming out. Like I was worried that it's going to cost $30 to get down there. And then I was going to take the train, but also then I was like, I'm going to be coming back at 9:30. Wouldn't want to do that because I have to go through all of Red Line downtown.
The traffic. Yeah.
It's like not cool.
An
on
$8
the train right
profit and a total of what, like hours spent on the show / going there and coming back. $8. That's crazy.
And I headlined, so I was doing 15 to 20. So it's like all material that I've also worked on for like at this point 6. So like, if you just think about the work involved.
Yeah, that's so much work.
So much work
for $8. You can't even get a fucking Chipotle burrito bowl.
Inflation.
For $8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inflation, honey.
Like just like the nature of creative work is sometimes like whenever I talk to my husband about like what I made and I feel proud about it, I'm like, well, this gig is going to pay me $400 or this is going to pay me $350. He's always like, well, if you factor in all the time spent on your set, he's like, what do you think your hourly rate is?
Bitch, don't come at me with some algebra right now. I can't be doing fucking equations for you.
Thank you.
Right?
That's exactly what I say. That's exactly what I say.
Fuck you talking about breaking out in hours? How many hours you think about fucking taking a damn picture, bitch? The fuck?
That's literally what I said. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, why are you trying to step on my dream here?
Yeah, why are you trying to fucking ruin this right now? I told you I got paid hundreds of dollars for a gig. Fucking be happy.
Well, if you actually thought about like how much time you spend on your jokes and like doing all this stupid shows,
you better get your fucking.
I was
get
like,
the fuck out of here.
I was like, shut the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, do you want this? Well, guess what? I'm not sharing it at this $350 with you.
No, you ain't getting that new lens.
I'm sending it. I'm just going directly into a lotion. Straight into a lotion.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy though?
Oh my God.
That's such a depressing prospect. Like just all of it,
It really is.
Oh my gosh. Wait, it was just LB's birthday.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. So, my partner and I have been together for 8 years now. And every year that we've been together, I've planned his birthday.
Okay. Yes.
Is that what you do with your partner? Do you plan his birthdays?
It's so funny.
He does what?
It's so funny. I used to do it every single year. A very beautiful
year.
A very beautiful dinner with very beautiful cake, with like a very thoughtful gift. Always just increasingly cute with increasingly cute poetry and like all these things. All of his friends would expect the email from me. Organizing the event. It was the venue also always remembered me. I mean,
same venue.
I mean, because he likes this place.
It. Oh, okay. Oh,
so it's like one of the few places
nice.
that he. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more than nice. It's spectacular.
Okay.
It's enviable.
How many years did you do this?
About 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. So I've been planning his birthday for 8 years now. Every year I would do something like really thoughtful.
Yes.
On his 28th, let me tell you, on his golden birthday, I not only reached into his phone and got all his like closest contacts and emailed them and told them to do like a little phone thing of like happy birthday Eric, and then made it into a video for him. Yeah. Okay. Not only did I do that, I completely planned a beautiful house party for him, full of like delicious foods, his favorite drinks, my favorite drugs. Yes. It was great, right?
Yes.
And shit like that. Like last year we had like a big piñata party in our front yard. I set up like badminton and everybody came and drank and had fun. I'm making kalbi on the grill. Yes. Like, I'm taking care of it. This year, his birthday's coming around. Yeah. And why do I always take care of it? Because A, I know I'm good at it. Yes. And B, I know it makes him happy. Yes. And C, he is not good at it.
At all.
At all. He
At
doesn't.
all.
He will never make anything about his birthday. He won't like make any plans. I literally like from even like 6 months ago, your birthday's coming up. Think about what you want. Okay, I haven't really thought about it. I'm literally every week I'm going, have you thought about it? No, I haven't, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, think about it. And I'm literally telling him, begging him to think about himself, which he's not used to doing and he never does. So this year I said, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done being this person for you because I don't think I'm doing this for you. It feels like I'm doing this for me. And if you're okay with just having a bullshit birthday, then I should be okay too.
Yes.
I shouldn't have to feel bad and feel like I have to save the day.
Yes.
With like, So and that's against my nature.
Because the idea is that somehow you're saving this person from having a horrible birthday. And a traumatizing event. Yes.
On your special day. Because guess what? For you and me, that's what would be traumatizing.
Yes.
If like nothing was planned. And by the way, he's never planned anything for my birthday.
I'm only planning my own birthday always.
Always. And I know exactly what I want. So I DGAF. But do I one day would love a surprise from him? A thoughtful something?
What about if I would love for him to know my friends' names and email them.
Or even have the wherewithal to go into your phone.
I mean, just like anything.
Anything,
just to text them. Hey, am I going to something?
Right. My 40th birthday, I had to like really tell him like, babe, I want to feel special. I know you're not going to think of doing this stuff. So let me tell you straight up and clearly what the fuck I demand. Okay?
Ooh, see,
this
goes back to the Patreon. This goes back to the Patreon thing, asking for, yes.
Exactly. And that's why I was going to bring this up because my boyfriend, my partner that never talks about what he wants, what he needs, blah, blah, blah. And I'm always doing this fucking Agatha Christie guesswork and trying to figure out the mystery of what the fuck's going to make you happy.
I'm Sherlock Holmesing the situation.
Yes. Dig deeper, Watson, whatever. Watson.
Dotson.
I forgot. I thought it was an alliteration. Anyway, so I'm always doing this. So this year I was like, no more. If you don't learn to speak up for yourself, I'm not going to do this for you. And so I opted out. And I said, I'm not, no more.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. And I even helped him. This is as much as I did. I helped him put a list together of people. I didn't do any emailing. I was like, these are the people we know.
Yeah.
So start going through it, right? And he's waiting and waiting and waiting. Of course, I keep asking every week, did you send the emails? Did you send, did you talk to the venue? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm going with him to these venues, checking them out to make sure they're like good for hosting a party, blah, blah. Tell me why this motherfucker sends the email out 2 days before his birthday. And he tells me no one's confirmed. And anyone who has reached out said they can't be here because they're out of town. So meanwhile, I'm like having a fucking panic attack because I'm thinking if that was me,
yes,
I would have to leave the earth. Like I would have to unalive myself because like that is not how I'm going to spend my birthday or be treated on my birthday.
Right.
So I'm freaking out for him, but I'm just like, okay, calm down, whatever. People show up. The day of, I go, all right, this is what I'll do for your birthday. I'll get all the food. So I got $100 worth of Popeyes. Because it was
it's so good.
So good. And tell me this. When you show up to an event, this was at a brewery, like BYO, Dogs, and whatever. Very chill.
Yes.
If you're coming to a brewery to someone's birthday, it was at around 5 p.m. we should invite.
Yeah.
After a whole day of work, and you see Popeyes chicken, $100 worth of Popeyes, there's not one person who's going to be angry or
Nobody.
Upset. Bitch, everyone's thankful. Everyone's happy. Everyone's like, thank God I'm starving, right?
Yes.
Buy $100 worth of Popeyes. We get there. No one's showing up.
5:30?
30 minutes go by. 0 people, 0 calls, 0 texts. And I'm looking at all this chicken going, what the, like, 진짜 쪽팔려.
Yes. Because fried chicken doesn't really keep.
No. And we had like sides and stuff, and that doesn't keep either. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? 6 o'clock. No one's showing up. So now we're an hour in, and we have $100 worth of Popeyes, and it's me and Eric sitting at the fucking table like assholes. At one point, I asked the workers, "Do you guys want some fried chicken?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, it's okay." No, I'm like, seriously, no one's coming.
Yeah.
And Eric's looking at me like, "Ouch," and I'm like, "Well,
it's 6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock. Ain't nobody here." 6:15, one person shows up with 2 dates. They're in a throuple. And I'm like, thank God a throuple showed up because this could have been
the only time anyone's ever said that.
Yes, exactly. Literally the only time in history, like, thank God this throuple showed up. So they show up. They start nibbling on it. They're very happy. And then a couple of people stroll in, but no more than 6 people show up. And now we're left with all this fucking food.
For sure.
And one person, our friend Zach, shows up with hot and ready's. Fucking,
that's great.
Yeah. So there's like junk food and pizza and blah, blah.
Yeah.
So there's all this food, and, you know, we have a good time and whatever. Like, it's fine. It doesn't even matter. But, like, I'm looking at him, and he's not upset at all. He's like, oh, okay. Well, my friend showed up. And I'm like, 6 people showed up. What are you talking about? Aren't you like, don't you want to dig yourself into a fucking hole? He's like, no. I had fun. I would. He was like, this is what he tells me. That made me so fucking angry. He goes, honestly, if it was just me and you, I still would have had fun. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I don't understand. This is so different from my psyche that I'm just like, what? I'm baffled.
Peter,
like, I would be so embarrassed.
But this is the reason why I stopped doing it after 8 years.
Tell me.
Because I put in all this effort.
So much work.
All this time. It became
the mental energy.
And it became a point of pride for me.
Because
people in our extended circle expected the email. This was an event annually that they anticipated. They knew was coming, and it was always going to be nice. It was going to be fun, and there's going to be good food. There's going to be good drink, and there's going to be good cake. Right?
Oh my God! Of course, I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, and it would always be about like 12 to 15 people, and it would be like a big event for my husband, right? And my husband, I say this because he has no friends. Like, he has no friends.
My partner has no friends. What the hell's going on?
And the thing is, I'm doing the emotional legwork to maintain his friendships.
Yes.
Because otherwise, they're never gonna fucking meet. It's gonna be and it'll be an annual thing. They're maybe we'll link up and they'll go like.
You're setting the double dates. You're making sure you're hosting, making sure people come over and like da.
And the thing is, the first year I didn't do it. I told him. I did the same thing you did, Peter. I was like, I'm letting you know, I'm not doing this shit anymore. Yeah. You got to do this. It's like, because I'm doing so much hand-holding for you otherwise. And the thing is, you can't appreciate it because you don't even understand the work that is involved.
Exactly.
You cannot truly appreciate it because you don't fucking know.
You don't know.
You are in your mind being like, oh, they just made a party. So for you, it's one task.
Show up.
And and it's also in your mind, you're like, oh, they planned a party. They think planning a party is one task.
Thing. Yeah, it's one thing.
It's one thing. Like, you cross it off. They don't.
My wife does it all the time. Who can't plan a party? Who can't plan a party?
And you don't understand all the subtasks and subcategories underneath plan.
Exactly.
So I'm like, bitch, you're gonna learn. So I said, I'm not doing it. You figure it out. And the thing is, he didn't care.
He never did, right?
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
And so
he's happy to spend his birthday just at home.
With me.
Yeah. And I'm like, ew.
I'm
you're
embarrassed.
A loser. Yeah.
Yes, I'm embarrassed to spend your birthday with you
with you alone. This
like,
is
if
bad.
we were dating and I showed up and you were like, on your birthday, it was just me and you, I'd be like, he's a psychotic.
He's a sociopath.
Serial killer. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He killed all his friends, and now me.
And now I'm next. Right. Like, it's just truly. So I stopped doing it. And it was also because he genuinely didn't care. It didn't mean anything to him. Right. And it's the reason why he also doesn't cultivate these relationships. Now, I will say this. At this point in his life, he does regret it. He knows the work that is required in maintaining friendships. And because at this stage in life, you're looking for, because like I think when you're young, you're kind of consumed by ambition and this idea and version of life that you are working towards. Mm-hmm. And when we get to this point in our lives, right, Peter, like, it's not too much road ahead of us. right? And so you are appreciating the life you have.
Hopefully,
right?
Hopefully.
So more than you used to.
I don't think I'm
anyway.
there. I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah, I mean, more so than we used to.
Oh, yeah,
I
of course.
appreciate.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
we just remain ambitious people. So that's the fucking horizon, baby. We're never gonna hit that. I'm talking about the ability to sort of spend moments and be a little more present.
Yeah,
That is certainly something that is new for both of us. And I think my husband is also there. LB will also get there. And it's like, that's when you're kind of look around and say, wish I had some friends to share this with.
Yeah, man. It really upsets me how different we are in that the socialness of it. And I think what I've come to realize is that I'm not going to stress it anymore.
You can't.
Because I just don't think I can.
Yeah.
And me stressing about it, turns out it was for me.
Yes.
And not for him. Because
and he has a tough time appreciating. Yeah, he doesn't. Can't even appreciate it. So then it fosters resentment in you.
Exactly.
So
exactly. That's what I was going through.
Yeah.
That's what I was going through. I was like, I don't want to do this on his birthday. Like, what am I doing? And
so you just stop the expectation. You stop the.
I just stop and I go, listen, I'll do the bare minimum of like dinner and blah, blah, blah. If there's anything else you want, bitch, you better pick up your fucking phone and start dialing some damn numbers, texting your friends or whatever the fuck you need to do, because that's not. And here's what: if the person doesn't want that, then fine, I'm good. I'm fine.
I'm telling you, he'll change his tune when it comes to a big birthday, like for Max's 40th. Yeah, he was kind of like wanted to do something, and I kept being like, well, then figure it out. Yeah. Like, you know what it takes. You've planned stuff now. At this point, you've planned things. You know what it takes.
Yeah.
And every time he would get started, he would start puttering out. Every time he gets started,
puttering out. And because he knows that we're going to pick up the slack, but I have to be strong and not pick up the slack.
You don't. And
I'm not buying no fucking Popeyes anymore.
It's just one of these things where it's one of those instances where I hate to use the word parent, because you're not parenting them, but you are.
It kind of is.
Because you're teaching them a fucking lesson.
Yeah.
It's like, well, then when I'm doing stuff and you think it's Oba, right? You think it's
because like, being an extra ass bitch.
Yes, I mean truly, because you were talking about like no one coming. I've had so many parties where, specifically around July 4th. Okay, and let me tell you right now, I spent days preparing for this party, making special salads, marinating things. Like how
special could a salad get? What are we talking?
I'm talking about like things that need to be marinated, olives, any like cucumbers that are things like special like mayonnaise salads and like blah blah blah. You know, like really turning out like true white people fashion from scratch.
Yeah.
So I made some days, like I would say 3 days, along with like I made like a watermelon feta thing and kebabs like that were marinating, like telling you. Invited a ton of people, and nobody came. And I remember Peter. I remember my husband just looking at me, shaking in his head, and being like, "Kim, look at you, surrounded by more salads than people." And I had made this like.
How did you not murder suicide at that point? Like what?
I'll tell you what happened instead. So I had also infused vodkas. Okay, like I had made a watermelon infused vodka. I had made an orange infused vodka. I mean, like, think about this. Like for weeks, I've been planning this.
Wow.
I got so wasted on vodka. I had sex outside on our deck with my husband, and that's when I was impregnated with my son.
You hear that, Solomon? That's how you were made, okay?
Out of
now turn this off and go to bed.
You're made from the tears of too many salads and really drunken.
A low moment of no one liking you. Love grows in the most unlikeliest of places.
We found love in a hopeless place.
Yeah. All right, folks, that's our episode for this week. Check us out on the YouTubes, the TikToks, the socials. We're all over. We're clipping everywhere. Like them, share them, and also give us a review. That really helps us out. We're hoping you're having a great week, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.